Hey y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have a lingerie inspired look. I feel like sometimes when it gets into the holidays, I need a little bit of a palette cleanser, and one of my favorite places to get inspiration from are lingerie. Things like that are going to be really simple but still really sexy on the nail, especially when they're in a nude tone. I really love that. I was inspired by this set Susanna from Adore Me. This post is not sponsored by Adore Me at all. So go ahead and link the set down below just because it's really cute, and I'll show you how I did this nail art look. So first for this look, I'm just going to do a nice nude base to kind of hide my nail line a little bit. I'm using Tawny TNA. This polish is releasing from the Spring line by Vixen Lacquers by Karen Genius. This is a sponsored polish, and I will have a swatch and review up this Wednesday of the polishes that I sampled from her line. So I'm going to do 2 coats here. It is a nice sexy sheer look, but it does just cover up my nail line just enough to add a little bit of a base. So next I'm going to go in with white acrylic paint and a dotting tool and just add some dots all over my nail. I like to do a nice center line of dots and then go back in on either side and kind of stagger them almost like a domino until I get my entire nail full. I have sped this up quite a bit just so you can see, and I did this across all of my nails. So on top of this, I'm going to add a nice thick coat of Dot by Zoya. This polish is pretty sheer, but I was worried about adding brush strokes on top of that white acrylic. I didn't want to smear them all, so I did float a nice thick coat. I had some flooding there in my cuticle, but I just cleaned that up with acetone and a cleanup brush, no problem at all. One coat gave the exact look that I was looking for. It's sheer, but it still has a nice coverage. I think that a base coat is important here if you like to hide your nail line like I do. So I think this is a really sweet look just on its own. So this is what it looks like across all of my nails. Next, I'm going to go in with some black acrylic paint and kind of frame them in, like the lace piping on the edge of that nightie. So I'm going to use a small detail brush for this and go around all of the edges. It's okay if you use black acrylic paint and you get it in your cuticles because that will totally just wash away. Acrylic paint is water soluble. That's why I like to use it so much in nail art. It's also not going to get too stringy on you like polish would, and it's easier to fix on the nail. So I did have to go over this framing twice to get it nice and opaque. This black acrylic paint that I'm using does have some shimmer in it, which I really love as well. I ended up making that line towards my cuticle fairly thick, so it gives kind of a ruffian vibe to it. When really it just, everywhere I had a dot, it kind of bumped up my line a little bit, so I kept filling it in and getting thicker and thicker. I really loved how it ended up looking though. So I'm using Elemental Ward top coat here just to smooth everything out. Next I'm going to add a bow on my ring nail. I'm using G8 plate 7 and Tux Polishes Onyx. I'm just going to apply it generously, scrape downwards, and then roll upwards, and then stamp it directly on the nail. So this is the finished look. I did top everything off with a Fog Juice by Lucky 13 Lacquer as well. I'll have a review up of that tomorrow. If you'd like more photos, I do have those available on my blog at sloppyswatches.wordpress.com, or you can follow me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.